This is Tarik Talk. Your host, Tarik Mendes, takes you on a journey with guests from all around the world. Broadcasting around the world. Around the world. This is Tarik Talk.
All right, guys, today I'm here with James at the Chishama Open Art Studios. Do you mind sharing with us your Instagram, James?
Sure. It's James Frederick Rose.
And can you spell that for the non-English speaking people?
Yes. JamesFredericricrose.
Perfect. And can you tell me a little bit about yourself as an artist?
Well, I've been painting for several years. I went to art school. I've been here at Chishama for about 8 years. And originally from upstate New York, but spent a long time in California. And I'm here now in New York City for about 12, 13 years now.
Oh, wow.
So I've been around. And my paintings are about my experiences and what's like meaningful to me, how it makes me feel, my life, basically.
And what's your creative inspiration? What are you inspired by?
Right now, it's about how I feel when I'm in the outdoors, when I go out into the wilderness or to the beach. Yeah, just like the elements. I'm feeling the elements, and water is something that's really something that I feel has a lot of meaning. Makes me feel completely changes my whole consciousns when I get into the water or when I'm around water. Yeah. And there's also a lot of just as human beings, water has a lot of meaning to us. It's life, transformation, everything about water. So when my main thing I'm looking at right now in painting is water in natural places.
Can you go, because you seem to be a nature person, I am myself as well. Can you go long periods of time without being in nature or by water?
No.
No, right?
No, I have to go. I'm drawn to it. I need to be near it. I was in San Francisco, it's a peninsula surrounded by water. Now I'm in Brooklyn, which is the studio here. Shisham is right on the water. And I live, in Bay Ridge, which is near the Verrazano, on the water. And I love it. I try to get out on boats. I paint the harbor, go to the beach. I paint the beach. I go up in the mountains. I'm near a stream or a waterfall.
Okay, cool. And how do you keep track of your ideas? Because I see you have so many different subjects. Do you have a notepad or a sketchbook or?
I go around sometimes with a large pad of paper, 16 by 20 inch. I like Bristol because it's smooth.
That's dedication.
Yeah, I like smooth Bristol and charcoal, and I can really get in there and move the charcoal around. It just kind of glides around on the surface of the Bristol paper, and it's bright white, so I can bring these whites out of cool. Lots of tones, grays and blacks. So I do that from life. I go and draw from life, and that's mostly around the city. I'll go to Prospect Park and sit on a bench and draw a tree. Or just anywhere around Brooklyn. But I also, for years, I was interested in painting subways and people moving around on subways. And I've kind of made the connection from that work to this work in that we are all made out of water. Yeah. And when you see that could be a waterfall, that painting right there, the people coming down the stairs. It's
that's
a human waterfall, full of water. We're all full of blood and water, and it has maybe the same sort of feeling to me. So that's a connection I've been able to make about my past work. I haven't gone back to urban settings in a while. It's been a couple of years. I've been focused on nature and the outdoors.
Oh, wow. So from those sketches that you do when you're outside, do those get transferred and become actual
Definitely.
paintings?
I learn a lot from that. I also take photographs. I have my cell phone. And I'm I see something and I'm click. I'll take a million photos. Yeah. I have hundreds of photos from a hike, Nice. And I go out. I have a son. I have a 12-year-old son, and
congrats.
He's my partner, and we go out. And roam around the woods and find swimming holes. And,
nice.
Nice
Is he
vistas.
painting too?
No, not really. He's creative. He's probably going to get into film. He'd be thrilled to know more about your podcast.
Of course,
have
him reach out.
Yeah, because that's something he'd be interested in.
Oh, that's cool.
He wants to get into film production.
Yeah.
He's always commenting on like the sound quality of a movie or something like that. You know, these little. He has like an ear for that.
Yeah,
he's really
that's a natural talent. He could be the next Scorsese, as they
maybe.
say, right?
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
And then, do you have like any studio ritual practices? Like when you first come in, can you get to work right away? You have a coffee, meditate.
I need to chill out for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, just spend some time here. I drink tea.
I
was really excited when they put the hot water dispenser outside here. It's right outside my studio.
Yeah.
So as soon as that was brought in here, I went and got a bunch of tea and a mug, and I drink some green tea and listen to some music. Put my headphones on. And I don't want to spend. It's tricky once you open up the computer and all of a sudden you're on like social media and stuff. You know, I spend a little while. I spend a little while, but then I gotta like switch it off. And I try to like have like an idea, something I want to paint when I come in here, so I can like get started.
Yeah.
And it's good also to like stop in a painting where you know what you're gonna do next.
Yeah.
So that when you come in here, you have the already. You're gonna roll right into your next thing. You know, because it's already. You know, I know what I need to do. I know, and once I get started, then it's like an obsession for like 3 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm listening to music and painting.
Do you like to work in the daytime, nighttime, or for you it's like
more
spontaneous?
nighttime?
More nighttime.
Yeah, definitely.
And when you start a painting, like, are you able to like step back? Because I interview a lot of artists. I've done like over 100 episodes so far. A lot of like 50. It's like 50-50. 50% they're able to like step back and continue the artwork, where other 50 like they have so much anxiety to not finish it. To finish it, and otherwise they lose the thought. Which one would you describe yourself as?
I like to finish things as quickly as possible. It's like I said, it's like you get obsessed with it, but I can stop. Yeah. And then and also it is good to stop. Like I said, also like it's good to stop where you know the next thing you're going to do. Yeah. So when you come into the studio, you get right into it. Yeah. But I do like to finish things as quickly as possible.
Nice.
I'm a pretty fast painter.
Yeah. And do you work like on multiple paintings at once? Or?
I do. Yeah, I do. For the most part, I'll start one and then finish it, but I can have a couple going at a time.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. And that's I've been doing interviews today since 7 a.m.
Okay.
The fact that you have CDs, that's the coolest thing I've seen today. I have not seen an art studio with actual CDs.
Oh, the CDs.
In so long. This is so cool to see.
Yeah. I am usually streaming my music, but I do have a CD collection still.
Yeah.
Shows that's my age a little bit.
No, not at all. That's so rare to like actually find.
I got my like punk rock over there ready to go.
And do you have any like dream projects or collabs that like you want to do, whether it's like big sculptures or like life-size sculptures? Do you have anything?
Let's see. Well, I've just got a residency, and that's something that's always kind of like escaped me. So I'm really excited about this coming summer.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to be on a vineyard in Sonoma.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be awesome for 2 weeks. I got this house to myself right on the Russian River.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to be able to like paint this like body of work about this river, how it kind of twists through this land, and it feeds the vineyard, it feeds the life there. This river is like the artery that goes through that land.
That's so dope.
So I'm really excited about that. So I guess as far as like bodies of work, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing now.
Oh wow.
I'm really excited about what I'm doing right now.
Very dope. And can you share your Instagram with us so people can follow you and check out your work?
Sure. It's James Frederick Rose.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, James. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hopefully see each other around.
Okay.
Who knows?
All right.
Till next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Tarik Talk. Follow Tarik Talk on all social media channels and check out the video interviews online. This is Tarik Talk. Your host, Tarik Mendes, takes you on a journey with guests from all around the world. Broadcasting around the world. Around the world. This is Tarik Talk.
Today I'm with Megan Olson at the Brooklyn Army Terminal during the Chishama Open Studios. How are you, Megan?
I'm good, thank you.
You have such a calm demeanor, and I love your voice. You would do great for like recording audiobooks.
Good.
But anyway, back to the artiste. How are you today?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for being on the podcast. I have to say, her studio is so cool. There's so much like mediums and colors. Can you describe yourself a little bit as an artist?
Sure. I'm an abstract painter.
Okay.
And I have a lot of inspiration from the early modernist painters of the 30s and 40s.
Oh, wow.
And while I was in school in San Francisco in the 90s, I hung out with a lot of graffiti writers.
Oh, wow.
And so I kind of merged both of these influences into an abstract form of my own sort of abstracted language.
Yeah.
And so now when I do it, it's almost like automatic writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so like I never seen anything like this, and you just said it beautifully. Like it's so authentic. Like it does bring back to the graffiti, like the inspiration, but the way you did it is so like magnificent. And can you tell me a little bit about your creative process? Like how do ideas come to you?
Usually I start with color. I'm really, really interested in color theory and how colors work together. There are certain colors that I use because of the palette, just a personal choice. There are some pieces that I've done in the past that were sort of based on different challenges that my color theory teacher had presented. One was psychological color, local color, social color. There's all of these conceptual ideas behind color too. So for me, color is really one of the most important starting points. And because, like I'd said, it's sort of an abstracted visual language that I've created, the decisions come as I go. I don't usually have a really pre-planned idea.
So it's very organic for you.
Very much so. And I began getting inspired by nature. That's what led to abstraction. So I think it grows organically.
Yeah. The thing I liked about your painting, it's like a portal that sucks you in, and it's like very peaceful and mindful. It's like the state you go to in meditation, and I love the colors.
Thank you.
And like, what's your studio ritual like when you come in? Are you able to get like to work right away?
Yes.
Or do you have to have a coffee or meditate or anything like that?
No, you know what? You're right. Actually, I do. I need to. I make a tea.
Oh, wow,
I have a lot of different kinds of tea
Oh,
here.
fancy.
I love coffee in the morning, but when I come here, I'll have some tea, and I decide what I'm going to jump into. Usually it's something smaller where I'm sitting down and just sort of approaching it on the easel.
Okay.
I do have, as you can see, some very large pieces, so I might warm up and get into the bigger pieces a little later in the day. But I definitely like to sit with my tea and just sort of contemplate what's
in front of me. That's very cool, yeah. Do you happen to have like a dancer background or anything like that?
That is so interesting. I personally don't, but my husband has worked for Bill T. Jones, the famous dancer, for many, many years. And so I do think seeing so much modern dance has definitely influenced the work a little. Just movement is important. And
because your work, especially, there's such a beautiful like coordination, it's so like it flows so beautifully together. And like what inspires you? Like what like motivates you to do art?
I think for me, I've been doing art since literally I was 2. It was just something that both of my parents, they divorced when I was 2, but they both were very interested in art. My father was a painter. My mother's really, really creative. And it was a value in my family, and I was an only child. So I think I spent so much time alone being really interested in drawing and coloring and all of the things that you do as a kid, but I just kept going with it.
That's so beautiful. And do you have those drawings or any artwork from that era?
My mother has a couple of things, and there's this one newsletter my elementary school did where I have all these little drawings in it, and what's funny is I signed every single one.
No way. Oh my gosh.
I don't know
That's
why.
so fabulous.
It's hilarious, but at this point I have to do art, and I don't really care so much about career. I have had a pretty good career with it, but that's not the motivation at all for me. It's just about for me pushing the materials and the medium as far as I can, and hope that I influence or at least inspire other artists.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
And have that kind of feedback between artists.
Oh wow. And how do you keep track of your ideas? Like, do you have like a notepad or a sketchbook, or does it all just like sit up there in the iCloud in your brain?
Unfortunately, I write everything down.
Oh wow.
But in multiple places.
Oh okay.
And I've been actually working on a book.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, for like 15 years.
Wow.
Just keep writing about graffiti and modernism.
Oh wow, okay.
It's just the things that inspire me and the similarities that I see between the two forms. Yeah. And really trying to give people that have done graffiti as you know, their art form, a voice in the fine art world, because they're incredibly talented people and really inspirational, and a lot of them do abstract art in their studio practices.
Oh wow.
So there's just this connection that I have to that world and this modernist sort of formal world and fine art, and I keep writing about it.
Oh wow. And do you ever go back to your old work and like try to reference something or like redo something? No?
No.
Oh wow.
No, I really don't.
Have you created like an archive of your work that you can like visit when you feel like it?
Yeah. I'm in the process, which is interesting. I'm in this group called the American Abstract Artists.
Okay.
It was formed in 1936.
Oh wow, okay.
And it was when abstraction was not considered a relevant, legitimate art form, and they were fighting really hard to be heard. Wow. So I'm in this very amazing group, and because of the way everything's being digitized now, I found it really important to start digitizing the archives that we have in the group. So I'm the chair of the archive committee, and I'm spending a lot of my time archiving other artists' work right now.
That's so
just
nice.
As just sort of a labor of love.
Yeah.
My own is sort of suffering, but I do have plans to get to my own archive.
Oh wow. And can you share your Instagram with us so we can like check you out and see any events coming up?
It's Megan Olson Art.
Okay.
And it's MEGANOLSONART.
Oh, perfect. I always joke with people I interview, like whenever I ask for the Instagram, it's like we become cheerleaders because we start spelling. Right. And do you have any events coming up this year or next year?
I do, actually. Excuse me. A friend of mine she has a store in the East Hampton.
Okay.
She's doing a pop-up in the Lower East Side.
Oh, nice.
It's to be announced later in December, where they're going to feature my work, but I also have started painting on clothing.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to do a little capsule for that event.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm in a group show in February with the American Abstract Artists. I'm not sure the venue and the information about that. And
make sure to follow her, you guys, so we can all see.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And thank you so much, Megan. It's been a pleasure meeting you. You have the coolest vibe so far today. So chill, so relaxing. Sorry for my delayed brain. I've been doing this since like 7 a.m. And yeah, guys, go please follow her. She's amazing. The work is amazing. Everything is amazing. And hopefully we see each other then on your next show, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Tarik Talk. Follow Tarik Talk on all social media channels and check out the video interviews online.